What's up, guys? Fish Keepers here, and today I'm gonna be talking about green jade shrimp. I actually just got my green jade shrimp colony back. If you subscribe to my channel and you've watched the videos in the past, I used to have a colony of green jade shrimp that I sold off, and I sold it to get a different strain. I mean, I guess a different color of shrimp, and I just wanted to upgrade my whole tank situation. I got more tanks from that. I got filters from that, so I basically sold off like 80% of my colony. Actually, no, I sold off 100% on a colony, and but luckily, right before that, I gave a family member a nice amount of them so they can keep them in the family just in case I ever want to get back to them. So recently, I struck a deal with them, and I got my green jades back. Now, the only problem, if you know about green jades, they require a lot of culling. So if you look closely, you're gonna see some funky looking green jades. You'll also see some really nice ones, but like for example, this guy right here is very light green, not even green basically. There is a brown one right there, almost red. So these guys, I think I saw the video last I posted about them, and they basically have gone about a year without culling at all. Culling is, or maybe culling, I guess I might be saying it wrong. I have a little bit of a congestion, sorry. It's like when you remove, I guess, for lack of a better term, not nice looking shrimp, I guess. You remove all the ugly shrimp, I guess. So basically, most shrimp species of Neocaridina, sorry, you want to keep the brightest colors, the nicest colors in your colony, and get rid of, I guess, or cull the ones that don't align with that. Again, some people don't care and they just don't cull at all. And so that's what happened with these guys. They weren't culled for a whole year, and they really did degrade. So I guess that's one of the things I wanted to talk about today too, is the genetics of green jades and stuff like that. I'm not gonna get too deep into it because I don't know completely like who made them and stuff, but I do think it's very interesting to notice that over a year of not culling the colony correctly has caused this colony to completely revert to like brown with some decent greens. Like there is greens, like if I were to put it in a percentage, I'd say 60% of them are decent greens, like you're like, yeah, that's a green jade, and 40 is like reds and browns and like yellow greenish. Totally something that you wouldn't be able to sell. Like for example, if I was like, hey, you want to buy some green jades from me, if I brought out those 40%, you'd be like, these are not green jades. So it's crazy though, like to see that. And actually, if you look closely right now, I'm not sure, one of the female shrimp just threw out babies, so you might see some of the babies drifting around right now. It literally just happened. It's a little side note. That's crazy, actually. I see a few of them here and there. So yeah, so it's very interesting to see how quickly they unravel themselves. So that's what. Oh, you can see one right there. You see that tiny newborn? I'm actually afraid of the guppies now. I have newborn guppies in there too. Guppies that are about a week old at the most, and they are hungry always. So that's gonna be a thing. Anyway, so green jades, they're one of those strains of neos that you really have to keep. You really have to try hard to get them to continue green. And there's some people out there that have magical looking greens. Like I'm talking beautiful greens. Like this guy right here is not nice. He's kind of like yellowish, but I'll take what I can get. And they have really nice greens. And a lot of times they might not sell them, or they will sell them but at a higher premium, like emerald green jades and stuff like that. So but yeah, so the reason why I got these back was I struck a deal with the family member that had them. He was kind of getting tired of them and was like, well, you know, I want a tank, and I gave him a tank basically, and he agreed to give me all his green jades, and the rest were gonna go live with aggressive apisto. So I took everything I could that was nice and pretty, and left back their super brown ones. So like even then here you see some that are ugly, like, you know, for example that. and I mean, they were worse than that. There were examples of green jades that were way worse than that. But I do need them to breed. Like for example, that guy, that girl or female is kind of not the best looking green, but I need them to breed so I can continue the colony. So right now I only have about 20 in here, maybe a little bit less than 20, but like I said, I did see there are some babies. You can actually kind of see them in the back a little. There are some babies being released right now. I just saw 5. Wow. So eventually I hope that I get them all up and running. Just a little side note with guppies and Neocaridina. A lot of people say guppies are safe to be with shrimp. I don't know anymore, actually. I think fry guppies, like baby guppies, like the ones you see here, swimming around all over the place, I think those are fine with shrimp. I do, however, think that eventually guppies get pretty predatory and they will start, maybe not a hunting, but they will start going down to the low areas of your tank and interfering with the reproduction of shrimp. For example, eating a shrimp, maybe picking at a shrimp, damaging it. I don't think anything this size, like that guppy right there, will affect it. But I do have guppies that are about 2-3 weeks old, and those guys are ferocious, and I feel like they would, maybe they wouldn't eat it immediately, but when you're talking about guppies, I mean, there's about 16 baby guppies in here. At the point of them being, 3 to 4 weeks, they're big enough to like I said, to actually, I think, maybe even chomp off a little leg of a shrimp. Maybe not a full-size shrimp, but a baby shrimp. And again, if you've never seen baby shrimp, they literally are a speck of dust almost. And I can completely see a guppy that's, a month old munching on one of those. Now, I think that's only because I keep nano tanks. So a lot of people, like I said, they say guppies are fine with shrimp, but I want to say they're probably not unless they are babies. If the guppies are babies, you're probably fine. But for the most part, I think if you have this big old beast, this female, she will definitely destroy baby shrimps, without a doubt. I mean, just this her by herself, she gave birth to about 18 to 20 guppies. I thought they would be safe with the male and the female in there. They killed half of them. They ate half of them. Half of the guppies were eaten by the female and the male. Probably more the female. As the male tends to be up here, doesn't really want to go down there into the foliage. But I'll see her just taking things down there. She's just like swimming down there super fast, jolting after things. So I completely see her eating it. If she eats brand new fry up till about a week old, then she can definitely kill and eat baby shrimp. So that's one of those things where it's like people, like I said, people say guppies are fine with shrimp. I don't think so. I think guppies are fine with shrimp as long as the guppies are fry, babies, a month, maybe 3 months old the most. Because like I will show you right now in the other tank, there are 3 to 4 week old guppies, and well, I'll just show you. Let's go over there. So this is my other tank, and here I have, I think, 7 or 8 guppies that are about 3 to 4 weeks old. And these guppies I've seen do weird, like, basically I've seen them kind of peck at small shrimp. Maybe not baby shrimp, but small shrimp. I think baby shrimp are still kind of safe because they are actually translucent and hard to spot. I've seen these little guppies go down and start messing with full-size shrimp, and they don't seem like they're doing any damage, but they do spook the shrimp sometimes by kind of like pecking at them really quick. So that behavior on a small newborn shrimp, I think, is probably really deadly. So I feel like maybe guppies and shrimp shouldn't be in the same tank unless you have a nice like 20-gallon tank. Then maybe you're fine. I think most of my situations with my guppies and shrimp, if they have any confrontation, is because I keep guppies in small tanks right now. And with shrimp, you see these guppies are down. They're at the bottom. You can see them. They are down there, like just looking for scraps on the ground. And there's actually a tiny shrimp right there. And so yeah, I mean, they could definitely be a threat, I think, to anything really tiny, because they're down there. Now again, they're not trying to kill everything, but they're just hungry, you know, and they like to explore. So guppies are just, I don't know if they're the best thing to have with shrimp in small tanks. I thought maybe I could maximize my, you know, my breeding for profit situations with you know, breeding shrimp and guppies, but it's starting to seem like I would have to figure out a way to keep giant adult guppies away. So yeah, I don't know how I would do that, but let's take it back to my other tank. So yeah, anyways, yeah, I think that if I want to do this whole like breeding for profit shrimp, plants, and now guppies, I think it might be a little challenging. I think I might have to just completely go nuts on plants. So I think on most of my tanks now, I try to create some kind of real dense, like just foliage for the shrimp, because these guppies are ferocious eaters. So in here you can see just, this is like my crazy tank. This is just full of plants, and I feel like this female guppy does probably take out some of the shrimp babies, but for the most part she's too busy being chased by the male to really hunt them down, which is also a reason why I keep the male in there. I want to keep her in check for the most part. She's not moving much right now because she is squared off completely. She is definitely about to give birth pretty soon, and this female right here is just cranking them out. It's gonna be her second batch with me, and I don't even know what I'm gonna do with those babies. But anyways, so yeah, that's a little quick tangent on the green jade situation. So green jades are back. I wasn't trying to have that many guppies. I only had these at first. They're called half moon tigers, and they had babies, and I said, okay, that's cool. You know, I have 1, 2, 3, 4 tanks, and then we'll have a 5th tank pretty soon over there. So I said, okay, I'll just shuffle them around. But then I was dropped off a female guppy that I was not planning on keeping at all. It's a albino full red female guppy. She was given to me. We go to the store so much locally that they kind of give us some stuff sometimes. Like 48 hours after he dropped her off, she had babies. So these are these guys. These are all full red albino guppies. There's about, I think I counted 16 or 17 of them. There might even be as many as 20. They're just really hard to count sometimes. So I guess now I breed guppies. We worked out a deal where I'm gonna keep half of these. And I think from now on, most of my tanks are gonna be shrimp / guppy tanks. So this tank over here, I have a little preview of the new tank. I'm probably gonna just do, I know I'm gonna do shrimp, but I'm probably just gonna do guppies in there, and that will look pretty cool. So that's all I got, guys. That's enough rambling for now. Yeah, catch you guys later. Like and subscribe if you can. Leave a notification bell. If you want to comment about random stuff, go ahead. I like to fish nerd out. I like to nerd fish out. Fish nerd out. Whatever. All right, guys. Peace.